Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am walking one of my customers' dogs, so you might hear him and me sloshing around and probably sound out of breath because I'm at the tail end of a 11-hour shift and I am, walking a pooch. So again, if you kind of hear me stomping around or hear a dog in the background panting and stuff, you haven't stumbled upon a kind of weird, creepy podcast with heavy, weird breathing. It's just a dog. So anyways, hello. That's a kind of a weird way to start off my podcast. That's what happens when you're tired. You say weird things. Anyway, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate every single person that takes their time and energy to listen to my podcast. Again, there are so many options, and the fact that you willingly decide, again, it could be under protest, maybe. For all I know, maybe you're, being forced under some kind of like torturous thing and you have to like cough up information or they play my podcast and maybe it is like a horrible thing that you have to listen to. I don't know. But if you're not forced and you're doing so willingly, thank you. You rock my socks. You rock my socks. I am eternally grateful. Thank you so very much. And I'm noticing more and more people. Shout out to Finland and Norway and Sweden and Singapore and Russia. You all have been tuning in a lot, and it means the world to me. I found out on Ancestry.com many years ago that I am somehow, I can't remember if I'm 53 or 56% Swede. So I need to get my butt over to Sweden. I know that my family is from Stockholm. So I found that out. But anyway, so shout out to all these Scandinavian countries out there that have been tuning in, and shout out to Russia. Why the heck can't I remember how to say thank you in Russian? I do know, I think I remember how to say I love you, and I believe it's ya tibya debu. Ya tibya debu, I believe. I probably really butchered that. And I also know how to say, I used to know how to say quite a few things, and now all of a sudden my brain has gone mushy. I'm going to have to brush up and then get back on here. And all of you out there that speak Russian, I'm going to have to run it by you, and you will have to let me know how my accent is and if I'm getting the words even remotely in the ballpark or if I'm just completely butchering your amazing language that I love. I freaking love Russian and German. It just sounds badass to me. I love it. I think it sounds beautiful. And I think that, Islam and also Israel. Shout out to Israel. There's been some people from Israel, and I also love your language. I think it's beautiful. So anyway, thanks to everybody. I don't care what country, what city, what planet. Maybe there's people on another planet. I don't know. Tuning in. I don't care where you're from. I appreciate you all the same. You all are amazeballs for listening. So thank you. So what has been keeping me up? Well, so the other day, I fell asleep to the TV. Not like, I don't have like cable TV, but I have like Roku and Amazon Prime. And somehow I had woken up and Ariana Grande was singing in the background. And I'm sorry, I don't understand what the big hoopla is with Ariana. To me, she sounds like I can't understand her. I cannot understand a word that comes out of her mouth when she is singing. She sounds like she's intoxicated to me, or like she's had a stroke, or like she's got food in her. I don't know. I could never understand. She doesn't enunciate. Like, I think her voice sounds really pretty. I just can't understand a single lyric. I can't understand a single lyric of what she says because she's like, I don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe I'm just a crazy person, but I'm not a fan. Like, she's, I'm sure, a lovely person. I'm not hating on her, and her voice sounds pretty. I just can't understand a single word. Wow, that's loud. Same with, like, everybody loves Beyonce. I'm really sorry, but Beyonce to me sounds like a cow in heat, like a cat in heat, a cow in heat. She does not have a good voice. I just think, and I think she's incredibly ugly. She's a nasty person. She's not an attractive person. And her voice, to me, if I listened to her voice, it'd be because maybe why some people have to listen to my poor podcast. I would have to, it's like I'd be subject to torture. I'm just not a fan of Beyonce. She's, baby, I'm sorry, but your voice, I have a horrible voice. Terrible. I don't claim to know how to sing, but she does. And people pay her and give her money for it. And for the life of me, I don't understand why, because I think her voice is hideous. I'm not a fan of the Beatles. I'm not a fan of Mariah Carey, and I'm not a fan of Elvis. Beatles songs, you can tell they were on drugs. They sound like they were on drugs, and their voices sound like karaoke, like things I've heard at karaoke. Not even great karaoke, just normal, like I've heard people at karaoke sound better. And their voice, I mean, their songs are ridiculous. I don't like the lyrics of most of their music. Mariah Carey does about 89 runs, and it drives me bat bananas. It's like, okay, girl, we got it. You know how to do a run. You've perfected the run. But it's like every other, yeah, got it. Okay, we got it, girl. Elvis. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of any of them. Michael Jackson. Again, all these people may be great people. I'm not hating on them. I realize I'm in the minority, but most of Michael Jackson's song, I love the song Man in the Mirror. I do like he's got a handful of songs, probably like 3 or 4 that I like. Beatles probably have like 2. Um, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan. Um, so that was on my mind because I somehow woke up to listening to her and I was like, ugh. I mean, again, I think that she has a lovely voice, Ariana. Um, she has a lovely voice. It's just like, girlfriend, can you enunciate? We need to teach you how to like use your mouth. I don't know. It just doesn't sound good. And then Billie Eilish just like whispers and does the same thing. I feel like she's got a good voice, but she whispers a lot and I don't know. Anyway, I can't sing, so what do I know? I can't sing at all. I sound like a cow in heat. I sound like a dying cat. It's bad. I think it's my best friend's wedding, I believe, with Cameron Diaz and Julia Roberts, where Cameron gets up and she sings karaoke and sounds awful. That's me. I think Cameron sounds better, probably, than myself. I cannot sing, and it really ticks me off. God, I would love to know how to sing. To be able to sing. I mean, I know how, like I'm capable of doing it, but nobody wants to be in the vicinity while I'm doing so. Unless you're, I don't know, trying to have your ears bleed for some reason. Oh my goodness, how long can a dog pee? Holy shit, dude. That's a long pee, my friend. Good for you. Or not. Maybe it means you have prostate issues. I don't know. Anyway, so That's been not on my mind. I just feel like I'm kind of like being like Portlandia or a hipster, and I don't mean it. I don't mean it condescending. It's like, I don't like Mariah Carey. I'm not a fan of the Beatles or Elvis or Ariana or Beyoncé. I'm too cool. I mean, I don't mean it like that. I don't get the hoopla. But to each his own. That's why we are diverse. That's why we each have a brain of our own, because everybody likes their own thing, man. Speaking of Portlandia, I'm also getting a lot of people from very, very liberal cities, and I'm loving it because, again, either it's because they're super open-minded and they're trying to listen to different perspectives, get different perspectives on things, or and they're genuinely just open-minded and they're like, this bitch, she's crazy. I don't believe a damn thing she says. But maybe they're just keeping their minds open, which, hey, shout the frick out to you. Cheers. I know I said that in my last podcast, but honestly, that's amazing. And you've earned a ton of respect. Not that I'm anyone that you need respect from, because who the fuck am I, right? But just saying, not that you need me, but who the hell am I? But you do have it. You have my respect. Hats off to you. I appreciate you. And if you are listening because maybe like me, you live in a very liberal area, well, I have a lot of liberal points of view too. I kind of call myself a conservative hippie because I've got some liberal points of view. I believe in pro-choice. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence though. It's hard. Hey, dude, get over here. Oh, Timber. Timber, come on. Dude. Holy cow. Come on. Let's go, dude. Anyway, sorry. I am pro-choice. And I mean, well, this isn't a liberal point of view because I have a boatload of conservative friends that are, some are for the death penalty, some are against it, and some are, just because like you love the environment doesn't mean you're a liberal, because a ton of my conservative friends love the environment too. They just don't believe in climate change. I mean, well, of course the climate is always changing. That climate change, that really irritates me, as if the climate hasn't been changing ever since its conception. Like the earth is always changing. It's always evolving. So climate change, people are like, oh my God, how can you say climate change doesn't exist? Well, of course it exists. The climate and the earth is constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. There's been an ice age, and there's been, well, I don't know what they call it. There's been where it heats and cools. It heats and cools. That's just kind of what the earth does. It knows what the hell it's doing. And so I don't think that that's necessarily a liberal thing to like care about the environment. I think it's just the way we go about it is different. Like electric cars, you don't really care about the environment if you're driving an electric car. Sorry. Nor do you care about like children in sweatshops. Like you don't really like children a whole lot, because electric cars are worse for the environment than actual gas guzzling vehicles. So again, I don't think that's like a conservative or a liberal thing to say you love the planet. I think it's just how we go about it is a little different. Oh, come here, Timber. We're on this way. So anyway, how the hell did I even get on that topic? My God, talk about ramblings of an insomniac, like literal ramblings. I don't know how y'all listen to me, because there are days that I am genuinely like talking about one thing over here and then squirrel, talking about another thing over here and then squirrel, and then butterfly, and then I get a phone call and then I forget what the hell I was talking about because I got a phone call. It's a whole thing, dude. Okay, so the dog that I'm walking, it's hilarious. he's obsessed with apples, like loves apples. And the area that I walk him in, there's this one area where they've planted apple trees. And toward the end, when the apples start falling on the ground, he likes to go around and eat them. But what I've decided is he likes to eat them when they're going really bad. So I've decided he likes to get drunk because I think that they get fermented and then he gets like drunk. So I've decided he's just a big old lush that wants to get like shit faced or something. But he goes out of his way. And I swear to you, when I think that all the apples and all the land are gone and there couldn't be possibly another apple that has survived and they have to all be dead, no, he will find it. But the sad thing is it's a bad one, so I have to pry it out of his mouth. But I swear to you, it's like crack to him and he's getting like all schnockered. Huh. Ugh. Anyway, it's 2025. That sounds so space agey. 2025. It's 2025. I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like that just sounds so space agey, But I mean, man, we're already off to a bang with the whole Trump Towers thing in Nevada. And then the guy, rest in peace, the people that lost their lives in New Orleans. I mean, what a way to start off the new year. That's horrible. Brand new year and you die, you get taken out by an insane person. I mean, what the hell? Like I thought, like when is this shit going to be done? When are we going to be done with this? Like this is just getting it's getting real old. The violence, the bullying, the whining, this whole Palestine and marching in the streets and protests for a freaking country that is a piece of garbage. It's a bunch of terrorists. Why are people hating on Israel? What the fuck did they do? Like, leave Israel the fuck alone. Honest to God, do your homework, do your research, and leave Israel alone. It's insane. These people are protesting. It's kind of like those people that were like, queers for Palestine. Are you an idiot? Could you be stupider? Could you be more of an idiot, honestly? But we're still protesting. We're still rioting. We're still killing. We're still threatening. We're still giving misinformation. Come on. Like, enough. Enough. Like, we've had enough. We've said we've had enough. And if they think they're going to try to close down America again with the fucking bird flu or with monkeypox or whatever the hell they pull out their ass and call, oh my gosh, speaking of apples, he is pulling me to try to get this apple. Timber, 12 steps. You need a 12-step program. First step, admitting it. Hi, my name's Timber. I'm an appleaholic. Anyway, it's got to stop. And the whole misinformation thing's still going on. And I love people are hating because I don't know if it's true or not, if Elon really is suing Whoopi or suing The View but we need to because people need to be held accountable. Like same with people that make false police reports and people that claim that someone raped them that didn't, or claimed that someone harmed them that didn't. Oh, I just stepped in a big old puddle. Holy crap. Whew. Okay. All right. That was good times. Anyway, yeah, it should be, well, I thought that filing a false police report is illegal. So not really sure why that's why I love that Johnny Depp sued and went after Amber Heard because she deserved it. Like the sad thing is when a person claims that someone raped them, no one, if they end up getting proven innocent, no one puts that in the paper. No one puts a big old thing that says, oh, by the way, this person is not a rapist, is not this terrible human that this other person accused them of being. And it's not made a big deal out of like that the other person lied. Their face, the person that lied, the person that made the false accusation, should have their face plastered all over everywhere and be like, call them a liar. It's like in Game of Thrones. I think they need to be walking down the middle of the street through all the neighborhoods and being like, shame, shame, shame. I mean, we shouldn't like throw poop and they don't need to be naked or anything. But seriously, maybe we should go back to stoning. I don't know, because like go back to like lopping off someone's hand if they steal. I mean, do we need to go back to that? Because Christ almighty, people don't, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Good gravy. It's insane to me that people just go around willy-nilly just making accusations and then nothing happens to the people, but then the person that they accused, their lives get completely destroyed. I had a teacher that after I graduated got accused of basically doing inappropriate things and coming on to her and stuff. And the teacher ended up losing his job and his face was in the paper and he couldn't find another job. And then his wife thought that he was diddling high schoolers. And so she freaking left him. Now, I don't know if there were already underlying things. I don't know if that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not sure. But even if it was the straw that broke the camel's back, that was the reason that she ended up leaving. And then come to find out, this girl had accused her dad of doing things that she ended up later saying, oh, just kidding, I didn't do, I just wanted attention. And then later on, months later, like 3 months later, after the damage was already done and everybody thought that he was this bad guy, she was like, oh, just kidding, I just wanted attention. Well, the dude already lost his fucking job and his wife already left him and his reputation's already ruined. So, good for you for finally saying something. I mean, at least you finally admitted it. That's great. But you kind of, the damage is already done. So it's a little shitty and people should have consequences for that. Just my opinion. But accountability really hasn't been a thing since the Biden administration, and nobody on that end seems to think that they need to be held accountable. But boy, do they think that anybody on the right, they should just be raked across the coals. And they promote violence and are all about wanting us to be held accountable for things that were just accusations and not even proven over and over and over to be false, but still want people to be held accountable for things they didn't even do. And again, even when Trump has been proven innocent over and over and over, what does the left continue to do? Say that he did it. It's just, that needs to be nipped in the bud. They need to be held accountable for lying, for misinformation, for defamation of character. And I believe that he is suing them. So that's good. But man, people they've gone crazy. They have done lost it. They have plumb lost their minds. Oh, it's getting chilly, guys. Holy hell. Anyway, those are some things keeping me up. And the fact that I'm getting old and I started finally taking my own advice and doing a lot of breathing and a lot of stretching before I go to bed. And sadly, it helps a lot. It helps get I'm cold and I'm tired. It helps get my bones all nice and stretched out, and I can feel like I'm not all tense before I lay down. And I'm telling you, if you guys don't take a couple of deep breaths or stretch before bed, I highly recommend it. Not telling you what to do, but I highly recommend it because it really does help you just relax a lot, and it helps you so that you don't end up, oh great, really taking a poop now. And it helps you just sleep a lot better, at least in my opinion. So you should try it if you haven't already. You guys are like, duh, Courtney. But anyway, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys listening. I honestly do. It means the world to me. And I hope 2025 has been going well for you thus far. I hope it continues to go well. I wish you all the best. And until next time.